I won't know until it goes live because my chat doesn't wake up until it's live.
Okay.
Hang on. I closed all my other windows, so I don't know if there's... Hi, Anamora.
Hey, Anamora.
Anamora. She's my
going,
girl.
where's Debbie's face? I am not paying attention because Debbie does not want to be seen today. Debbie doesn't do sales today.
Is she in your class?
She's been there. I think Anamora has been to my class once before. I don't remember.
Hi, Deb.
Are you talking to me again?
Nope. Debbie
good.
Kendall.
Okay.
Guys, I have got the effervescent Debbie does sale with me today. That's the effervescent. You're effervescent to me, Debbie.
And I'm so stone cold sober.
And she's sober.
Always.
I'm not. No,
I am very much so.
I am. I've got the dew of the mountain. That, you know, that's my jam. The dew of the mountain, and I have my leftover coffee from earlier if I get desperate.
Good Lord, girl, you should be caffeined up to the max.
You know what? Caffeine doesn't affect me like that.
And it sure does me.
My Adderall doesn't even affect me that way.
Now, Adderall, is that the same as lorazepam?
I don't know. I don't
remember.
So
I know mine started with an A, but anyway.
We've got Debbie Does Sales, who is live with me, but she only wants to be heard, not seen. We've got Debbie Kendall, and now we've got Deb's Treasures.
Well, you're kind of outnumbered, honey.
Yeah, I know. Hi, Donatella.
Hi, Donna.
Debs, I will get with you on that watch, okay? That Brighton watch I've got. It needs to be cleaned up, but I'm not sure how to approach it since it's not real silver, so I'll get with you on that. I'll call you on that. Okay, guys, so the purpose of this is to open my ScanNCut2, which is behind me, that I've had for almost 2 weeks, and I have not opened yet. So Debbie Does Sales is an expert at ScanNCut2, and she's going to stop me from making any error in judgment.
I'm going to keep you from ruining your mat. That's the biggie. That and your blades.
I picked up 2 12 by 24 mat. I picked up.
Probably really won't use them. I never used mine, and I have it. And I've had it for 5 or 6 years. Yeah, never used my 12 by 24 mat. I've only used my my 12 by 12 is all I ever really used.
The reason I bought it is if I wanted to do hip flip and mama all in one line so that it stays straight.
I understand that.
Yeah, that's really
also another thing. We were talking. Another thing you can use this for is to etch glass with by cutting the etching material, or plain normal everyday clear contact paper will be a good thing to use, and you can use that on glassware, and you can engrave anything you want on glassware
with a
by using you use it to cut out your pattern that you want, and then you use the etching cream over it after you've got it slapped onto the you cut out the real thin vinyl that is available, like the contact paper. Okay. You put the contact paper, you don't take the stuff off of it, you put it vinyl side down on your mat, and then you cut out your pattern, and then when you get ready to transfer, use transfer paper to transfer it. It is so easy. It is so easy to do etching on glass.
I've got
to turn it upside down. There you go.
Yep.
Turn it upside down and pour it out. Take the box off of it so you don't drop it. Careful, girl.
I got my fingers in there.
There you go.
So that's a nice box.
That'll be a good box for shipping if you decide not to send it back.
I'm not going to send it back. I've waited too many years to get it.
Leave Mama alone. Lay down.
Yep,
Leave her
that's
left
almost
alone.
exactly like mine in color and everything, except for mine's got red on it instead of the black.
This looks like it's got the brown and tan. So it's the ScanNCut2 350.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's a 350E too, and I didn't know the difference what the 350E meant.
You're fine. It's probably just, for example, if they sell them on HSN or it's a special make, that is usually what the E stands for. You did good. Don't mess with it. You did really good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is just like so exciting for me. The fact that I waited so long to open this, I can't believe I did.
I don't think I would have. I'd have been on the horn with Julie saying, okay, I've got this new one. In fact, when I get the one I want, the DX20, the DX250 that I want, I will be, or 225, I will be calling her and saying, okay, I got this, help me.
Yeah, well, not everybody knows the #1 for ScanNCut, honey.
Oh, well, it's the way it is. You can if you want to. She answers questions all the time when you're in the group about those things. So it's kind of fun. Mm-hmm.
So it comes with batteries? That must be for the, is there a remote or something?
I don't know, because that model is newer than my model.
Oh, this is your markers, your red and black markers, which I will never use.
Yes, you will. Wait and see. You'll want to make sure to use those if you're going to pre-test a design to make sure it prints properly.
Oh.
Now see, you're going to find all kinds of blue tape on that. You want to make sure to pull every piece of blue tape off before you go crazy.
Okay.
And you should also have an instruction book, which is what I think you might have in your hand.
It's all taped.
Yep. Yep. And you got blue tape on the back of it too.
Oh, I can't believe that I restrained myself for so long. Now that I'm getting this open, it's like a dream come true. And here's my mat. You know, they said that when you're doing the heat transfer vinyl, that this mat is too sticky, it's too new, that you should get a low tack one, which is what I did. That's why I got a low tack one in the 12 by 24.
I will tell you how to take care of your mats. First thing you're going to want to do before you use your mat the first time. Do you have blue jeans on?
No. But that doesn't matter.
Do you have cotton type pants on, or okay, what you want to do is sit on your mat a couple, 3 or 4 times and pull it off, sit on it, pull it off, sit on it, pull it off. That will take a lot of the high tack off of it. If you don't, your paper will stick to it so bad you'll be sitting there with a scraper cussing the sucker out. Okay,
that's why I got a low tack mat.
Yeah, well, you've got one in there that's not low tech, and that's the one you're going to start with, girl. Because that's your basic mat.
So just sit on it, and I don't need a low-tack mat.
Yeah, or if you've got a linen dish towel, like a flour sack dish towel,
yeah,
take and put that on it and pull it off. Put it on and pull it off. It's sort
colored,
of like.
though.
Pardon me?
It's colored. Won't it take the color off the?
No, I'm just talking about. It's like a linen. I don't know how to explain it. It's like a flour sack dishcloth. That's what you want.
So it would be white. I don't have one.
How about a pillowcase?
Not a white one.
Boy, let's see. Okay, then.
Tan shorts.
There you go. That's all you need. Is you just need something that's cotton-like that you can put down and take off, put down and take off.
Okay, here's the quick reference guide. But I have you.
That doesn't mean I'm the best. You've got a lot more to unpack yet.
Okay, so I gotta take all this blue tape off.
All the blue tape. You got some on the inside too.
Oh my gosh, Debbie! Let me look at the chat really quick. Deb's Treasures goes, want. She says it's exciting for her. She's clapping for me. Thank you. I know you need your invoice for your fossil, honey. I know you do. I haven't invoiced you yet. I will, Deb. Yeah, Deb. Boy, in this chat, I could almost just say Deb and be talking to everybody.
There you go.
Okay, I'm going to take this off. There's no going back now.
You're so funny. Just make sure to get all the blue tapes, and there's blue tape on the back too.
Yeah, I watched a unboxing video how to unbox it, but you know, there's different.
And you've got plastic on the front cover that you're going to need to take off too. There you go.
I was going to leave it on.
No.
Okay, so
on the back, look, see, there should be some blue tape somewhere back there. Did you already get it? You must have already got it.
I might have already got it.
Okay, yeah, that doesn't have anything on it.
What is this that comes out?
That's in case you jam something. It's so that you can get in and get the paper out if it jams.
Okay.
You don't have to worry about that.
The power, boy, this won't stay up.
You have the little tool somewhere around in there, unless it's in the box.
How do I get that? Oh, there. Okay, here's my little box of accessories.
Oh, God, now she's going to get it going.
Hi, Catherine. Woo! Here's my little accessory.
Okay,
belt.
that's got your scraper in it. That's got your little
I bought
your little
a whole
stylus. Additional?
set. Yeah, right here.
Why?
Why? Oh, why?
Yeah.
Because I'm fancy like that. See, it's got all these thingies in it. It has a big spatula and a big weeder and a big crochet hook. I don't know what this is for.
I don't know what that's for either, but I will tell you, be careful with that metal because you'll scrape the glue off your mat and you'll be in trouble.
Okay.
Use the plastic scraper like you would a peelie, like a Scotty's peeler. Okay, it's what works the best.
Okay.
So do you have one of those Scotty peelers?
Yeah, I have a couple of them. I can just use that to pick my teeth with.
There you go. Whatever flips your bick.
Whatever trips my trigger or floats my boat.
That too.
Well, these have these scrapers and stuff in it, so anyway.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that a lot of people, when they're new, don't realize that you can scrape the glue right off of those mats if you're not careful with, especially when they're brand new. And you don't want to put them in sunlight when you store them. You will curl the mat. On top of which, if you're going to hang the mat up, make sure you hang it on 2 points instead of just one.
Oh,
I follow my concept
on 1 point.
Well, if it's a cutting mat, what will happen is it will curl.
Oh.
And you will have a problem with it. This is little things that you don't know until it's too late and it's happened to you. I went through 6 mats on my first machine when I first got it because I kept cutting through the mat or I kept messing it up. So that's why I said I would help you, because if you don't know, no one tells you and it's all experiential, and it was just really a pain in the butt. But I love the ScanNCut, and like I said, I've got 3 puzzles, but I like the ScanNCut the best because it was less hassle. The puzzles I have to really reread and get into that again, and I've got 2 that I've never even taken out of the box because I earned them when I was doing the shows with the gal that was demoing them. We sold like 12 of them in one day, and they were like $600 machines. So back in the day. Oh, I'll have to show it to you.
Yeah, that would be fun. I don't know where this goes.
It's on the side.
But it's not.
Okay, open it up. Open it up. No, open up your front. I'm not sure how yours is. Open up the plastic in the front. Not that. I'm not that kind of girl. Okay, open it up. Look to the right. Is it there?
Nope.
On the outside? No. Okay, let me see your other end. And I'm talking about the machine. Don't
you knew what I was gonna
okay,
do.
over here. turn it to the right so I can see your other right, honey.
No, it's just the printer
Okay.
cord and the
Yeah.
USB.
Look and see. It's got to be there.
No, it's like this.
There you go.
Yeah, but it's round. Oh,
What
wait,
do you have?
This goes into something else. It goes into this.
Oh, for criminy sake.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
That's your power.
To be that sophisticated.
There you go. Oh, it is very. And you don't want to mess up and get the wrong power pack on that, because if you change that with another power pack, you will burn up your machine.
Okay.
So only use that power pack regardless of what, and you're going to want to undo it so it'll go to the floor. Otherwise, you'll pull it out and break it. You know those little things that they've got that will stop you from breaking your USB cords on the ends? Have you seen those little animal things that look like they're eating your cord? Get one for that so that you don't mess up your cord. Eventually, it'll start to wear.
Okay. Okay, it's plugged in.
Mm-hmm.
So I could theoretically turn it on if I wanted to.
Read the instructions first. And where's your blade at? Is it in there already?
Nope, it's right here.
Okay. It only goes in one way.
Wait, no,
So
what is this?
That's the blade housing.
The blade housing.
Yep.
So do I have to put that in first?
And you got to close it up. Is there a blade in it?
No.
Okay. Well, got to put in a blade. And how many blades did they send you?
One.
How many? Only one. You're sure?
Let me.
That's what you need to put in that. Put it on a 2 and put it in the machine. Put it in the carrier, I
don't see a blade in there.
It's a little bitty thing. Okay. You don't want it to be sticking out very far. You want it just to barely be sticking out.
You wanted me to
So
put
like
it
on a 2 or 3.
Are you sure not a 1?
I'm 1 or 2, but when you put it in the holder, it's going to be up there a little higher. So put it on a 1 or a 2. I would say a 2 because that's what I always cut on as a 2. And then you got to put it in the holder. There you go. It should go in there pretty simply, unless that's the pen holder. I can't tell from here.
This is the pen holder because this won't even fit in there.
Okay. Then put that by itself into the other spot. Should be facing you, and then put it up or down or whatever it needs to do. Okay, put it down. Okay. There you go. Now, read your instructions before you turn it on. And also, you've got a piece of that clear plastic still on your LCD screen.
Can't I leave it on there?
Well, you can, but it's going to affect your touch.
I don't think I do.
Okay. All right. I didn't know. I just thought I saw it with it flipping up over the top.
I can't turn it on.
No, you can turn it on, but I want you to make sure that you've got your instructions in front of you.
Okay. I got my quick reference guide right here.
And where's your mat?
My mat's right here.
And it should tell you how to do your first project. Did they give you paper and everything in there?
Nope.
Now you got a piece of scrapbook paper?
I've got cardstock paper.
That'll work, but first you have to sit on that mat 3 or 4 times to desensitize it.
Won't it get tan threads on it?
It won't matter. You want to soften it up. I use a white. Do you have a white T-shirt around anywhere?
Yeah.
Use that.
Okay.
You can take and dab it on there and pull it off, dab it on and pull it off.
Okay. I'll do that. Debbie's here just to make sure I don't screw something up because I don't read directions. Is there... Do I keep this? Yeah?
Yes. And before you do anything, find the way that you lay it down. Was that against the mat or away from the mat? I believe you laid it, the top of it down so that the part...
Yes. Okay.
Put it back on there real quick. I got a tip for you. Put it on like it came, okay?
Okay.
Now, I want you to get a indelible marker like a Sharpie, and I want you to write Right, no, just leave it on there. Get an indelible marker like a Sharpie, and on the top of that, write top so that you can read it. T-O-P, okay? And the reason you want to do that is you only want to put the side that came off of the sticky part back on the sticky part. Don't turn it the other way, because then you'll ruin your mat eventually. So you want to have the top sticking up. So now that you've got that marked, then you take that lid off, you'll know. And you always put that cellophane back on that lid.
Leave lefty alone.
You always put the cellophane back on it the way it came off. And you have to put it on every time when you're done. If you don't, you will eventually ruin your mat. So don't throw that away. That's not garbage. Okay, now you need your white t-shirt.
I'm getting it.
I was so upset when I first used my cutter that no one told me that. Okay, put it down and pull it up. Put it down and pull it up, and just keep doing it over and over and over again. And you know that your ScanNCut will cut fabric, right?
Yep.
And then rip it up. Do it again. And again, and again, until it doesn't feel real sticky, but just a little sticky. And the reason is it will stick to paper and vinyl better after the fact. And what you're doing is you're conditioning the glue.
It doesn't actually feel that sticky.
Trust me, you might not think it is, but it is. You have your scraper. You should have had a scraper that came with that, like a credit card scraper.
No, I just have a little spatula.
Well, let me see your little spatula. I'm not talking about a scraper like taking something off. I'm talking about something that's
No, that's why I bought that other little.
No. I'm talking about something that looks like something you'd use on icing, or like a credit card size.
Nope.
Okay, that's kind of scraper. How about a piece of plastic or cardboard? You have anything?
I have that scraper I bought in the other kit.
No. Unless it's about the size of a credit card, that's not what I'm talking about.
No, they didn't give me one.
Okay. What I want you to do is, do you have a piece of cardboard that you can run over the top of that t-shirt to help make it stick? To burnish, like a burnisher.
Okay. Hang on. To make it flat?
Yeah, you want to burnish it in. Is that a plastic ruler hanging above you, right in front of your eyes there, on straight ahead? Or what is that that's hanging down?
This?
Nope, over one more on the other side of your tape. That one, right there. What's that?
It's a chain.
Nah, don't work. Okay. Take your tape, and not the that's sitting up there. Your packing tape. You see that?
Yeah.
Okay, don't unroll the tape. Don't use the orange part of the tape, but take the clear part where your tape is on your roll and just run it over without it being sticky or anything. Just use your tape as a burnisher. There you go. Perfect. That's what you want to do.
Like one of those rollers.
Yeah, but don't need to roll it. You just need to burnish it. There you go. Perfect. Keep doing that down the whole thing. Pull it up again when you're done. And I've got.
What do you have?
I have 4 dogs. One is a 60-pound hound/blue heeler, and the other ones, I got 2 Chihuahuas and 1 Schnauzer Terrier mix.
Who's the one that's barking?
The Chihuahua is taking on the hound dog.
Oh yeah, well that's
he thinks he's a big dog, and the big dog thinks he's a puppy. So I got a problem. And then they try to take care of the bird. Okay, leave the bird alone, boys. She's not for play.
Is the bird down?
Come here. Where are you at, Ruby? Come here, Ruby. Everybody knows Ruby.
Here.
Ruby's usually on my shoulder when I'm on the computer, so she is now. Okay, I'm back.
I was just looking at my chat. That
I
felt
can't hear. Oh, I forgot to put my earplug back in so I could hear you. Just a moment. Okay. Okay, go ahead.
I said that felt a lot stickier.
Uh-huh. What's that?
when I pulled it off.
No, I meant, what do you have right there? Is that, that's what I was talking about.
That's what I told you. I had scrapers.
Okay.
They came in the kit.
That's what you want to do. And what you're doing, if anybody's watching doesn't understand this is called conditioning your mat. If you don't do this, it's like sticking a piece of duct tape onto a piece of paper and trying to separate it. It ain't going to happen. And your mat will literally eat your paper, and you don't want that, or your vinyl or anything else you put on it.
Yeah, that doesn't feel very sticky now.
Good. Perfect. In fact, it is still sticky because look at your hand when you put your hand on that mat. Put your hand on that mat. Yeah. Yeah, it's still sticky. Way sticky. Let it sit for a minute and read your instructions.
Okay.
The hotter you get your mat, the stickier it'll get. You want it to cool off a little bit.
Oh, I gotcha.
And you're getting warm too.
I know. I'm hopping on a check and see. Hi, Maury. Okay.
Is it all Greek?
No, I'm just reading it. It's talking about fabric. It says to turn it on.
Okay. Are you scared yet?
Look.
It's got a baby computer inside, so it's booting up.
It's a
There you
butterfly.
go. Yeah.
It's a butterfly.
You like butterflies?
Look, I do.
Do you know what I had happen to me today?
What?
This morning when I got up and went outside with my morning coffee, I went outside and sat down on a chair by our table that we're using for sorting purposes, and I had a little orange butterfly land on the table, so I put my finger out and the little sucker climbed up on it.
Aww.
And I had a butterfly on my finger for about 10 minutes.
No.
And then he flew away and he came back again and he landed on my finger and he sat there and kissed on my finger with his long old tongue. It was so cool. I've never had a butterfly do that before.
It must have been a loved one.
And it wasn't my loved one, but I was talking to someone on the phone and they told me that they believed it was their grandfather.
Aww.
I thought that was sweet.
Well, that's not even English.
Now, you only want to look at the English one because I don't do Spanish or foreign languages.
Blade scale setting. Printer paper, 3. Scrapbook paper, 3.5. Cardstock, 4 and 5.
I would tell you to start out light and to do little triangles until you get it figured out.
I'm not going to cut today.
Chicken.
I don't have anything to cut.
Do you not have a piece of cardstock?
Yeah, I do, but I don't want to use it for that.
Okay. You got to learn to practice.
I know.
That's all there is to it, honey. You just put it in and you pull up a design and you put the paper where it says to put the paper. You roll it in and you pull the design up and you cut it. It's that simple.
Uh-oh, I asked it to pull it in.
Now go to your designs. Where does it say designs?
Right here.
Okay, there you go.
Maybe I should bring my camera.
I mean, where I can actually see it?
Hey.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm just being a smart person today.
I know you are. Well, I can't because it's attached to my computer.
Okay. All I can tell you is you've got something that says, it says something about alphabets. You've got designs. I can see the circle and the square there. And then they've got some that are already done. And I will tell you that you can you can turn around and you can't mess anything up unless you decide to ungroup and to delete something that's already on there. You can't mess it up. If you get to a point where you think you're messed up, as long as you've not deleted anything, turn it off or touch where it says you're done. And if it says, do you want to save it? You say no. See that little back arrow? See the little one on the right-hand side up in the corner? Yeah, you can go back. Hit that back arrow once. Hit the back arrow. Now hit the back arrow again. See what it does? It takes you back to the beginning. Now you can go back to the designs. You can go to the flowers or the pre-made done, whatever. There you go.
So I can tell it what I want it to say.
You got that right. That's it. And it will print it out for you automatically. And what it does is you'll be able to bring it down with your stylist, and you'll be able, after you've got your mat in, you'll be able to see exactly where it's going to put it on your mat and how big you want it.
Hip flipping mama.
And you can save that when you're done to where you want it to be. So if you want it on your machine, you can save it onto the machine and not have to have an external drive or a stick to it, because it'll save up to a certain amount of designs for you already there.
How big will that let me go?
You can go up to the full size, a letter, the full size of your mat.
How come
You don't want to do that?
3.2.
Pardon me?
It's stopping at 3.2.
Well, because you can drag it with that little stylus when you go to set it out on your mat. That's part of reading the instructions part. You've got also, I believe, Canvas on there to where you can go to their website and design anything you want to.
Yeah.
That is a kick. I enjoy that. I enjoy Canvas. So you can drag it by making it bigger or smaller on the mat picture where you are putting all of that stuff. Are you seeing how that works?
Yeah, it's not letting me do it.
You're probably not in the right screen. It just takes a little practice, but you'll get there. It's pretty simple. When it clicks, it clicks. You'll know.
It says it's at 3.2 already.
That means 3.2 inches.
It'll let me go down, but it won't let me go up.
Well, that's because that whole thing is going to go across your mat then, and that's the biggest it's going to let you go unless you split it up a little bit. So,
oh.
You may have to, I can't see it, so I can't tell you which way to go on it.
Now I'm on it where I can move it around.
There you go. Okay. And you can make it bigger or smaller, or you can cut it down to where if you want it even bigger than that, for example, maybe you want it to print hip, flippin', and then mama in 3 separate lines because you want it bigger. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or whichever font you decide to do it in.
Oh, I am going to have so much fun with this.
You really will. It becomes addictive. It really does.
Now, what does this do? Oh. Why would I want to emboss? I don't want to emboss it.
No, you don't want to do that. If you're going to emboss, you're going to be able to emboss on, what's the word I'm looking for? You've seen the aluminum flashing that roofers use?
Yeah.
It's a tape. You can take that tape, turn it over, put it on your mat, and then use the embossing tool, which you shouldn't have unless you ordered it. And it's like an embossing tool, but it isn't. And that's why I said you're going to use those ink pens, because you can draw that on the back of any sticky tape like the aluminum tape. And what that will do for you is allow you to then go over it with an embossing tool also. So you can emboss, or you can emboss with the machine itself by using aluminum. Now, I used it and I embossed aluminum cans, like Coke cans, on the wrong side of the Coke cans would come out, because I'd emboss on the painted side after I cut them all up. So there's ways to do it. Now you're going to try it, huh?
Here's my cardstock.
Oh boy, here we go.
This is thick cardstock. This is like 20 weight or 40 weight.
I was going to say 40 weight, and it's not 20. And 40 is okay because most cardstock is 80 pound. That's a 40. I could tell by the way you were flashing it around there. That's a 40. Yeah.
Okay, so
Now,
I'm gonna put it right where the zeros are, or where the inside the black.
I would put it onto the right-hand side or the left-hand side against the edge of where the black and the white meet, and down just where it's meeting at the top. Make sure you've got it on straight. Do not push it down to it's ridiculous, but smush your fingers over it with your hand, the palm of your hand. You don't want to push it down like you did the t-shirt, but you want to get it on there so it'll stick, okay?
Okay.
And then you want to feed it in and let it pull itself through. Get it where it says
Oh,
enter.
my red came off.
Push it back down. Yeah, you got to look at your paper. Yeah, I can see that it came off from here. Gosh, I wish I was there. I was trying to push it on the screen and I wasn't getting anywhere.
Debbie, I'm so glad you're with me doing this.
I'm glad you're glad.
Wow. It's nice to have friends in high places.
Oh, pfft. High places, my foot.
At least knowledgeable. Okay.
Make sure that it's still stuck, okay? Now, you should be able to punch a little button that says insert paper or load paper. There you go. Let it go on its own. When it's loaded, it will tell you, and then hit it so that it can scan the paper because it needs to see your paper. Scan. No, you want do that again. Do that again. Okay, now what's the bottom button?
Tools.
The one that's there right below the little button. No, the one that you had. You hit the top button.
Stop.
Okay, start. Hit that button.
Press the cut key or the draw key. So I want to hit cut.
Yep.
I don't have my thing set correctly.
Yes, you do. Leave it there. Leave it there.
I need to have it on 5.
Okay, then cut through your mat.
But it said cardstock is 5.
Trust me. If it doesn't cut all the way the first time, you can go back over it if you don't mess it up.
I hit cut. It's not doing anything. Now I hit start.
Yep.
Or I hit feed.
Feed.
No.
Oh, that's unfeeding. Hit the feed button. Okay, now hit the start button. Now it's going to read it.
It's cutting.
Yeah, it is. If it's not cutting all the way through, do not panic. I will show you how to fix that. Send me beer.
What?
Just send me beer.
Send you beer?
Yeah.
What's your favorite beer?
I was making a joke. Now see what happened? It didn't know your paper was all the way out. You didn't get the paper scanned in first. Now, does it look like it cut all the way through?
No.
It cut off the side. So here's the problem. You have it 8.5 by 11 instead of 12 by 12. You need to scan the paper in so that it knows it's the paper size. But we didn't do that because you skipped a step. And it won't hurt nothing. But you need to make sure.
Yes. So I need to unload it.
What you need to do.
My paper around.
No, what you need to do is before you take that off, you need to take your design and make sure that you put the design to the 8.5 by 11 going long ways so that you know that that's not past 11 inches. As it were, it was off the page. You follow what I'm saying?
Okay, so how do I do that then?
Go back. Now, take your little stylus. I can't see what you're seeing. So you take your little stylus and touch your words and drag it backwards so that it is at the 10 inches instead of the 12 inches on the, so that the whole thing goes down. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it doesn't.
Okay, click on it, tap it with your thingy. You should have 4 little points. Drag that backwards.
I don't. It's just red.
Okay. It should pick that whole thing up as a group.
Yeah, I can move it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is you should be able to scale it down then too. Do you follow me? Go back one more, scale it down a little bit, and then pull it back onto the paper so that it is at the left-hand corner, but not totally left-hand corner.
How do
And
I
you've
go
got
back one more?
Hmm?
How do I go back one more? There's no back button.
Go back. Oh, you've got that little return. Don't you have a return button?
No, add and save.
Okay, you want to go back. So you're going to have to go back. What's that bottom blue button down there in front of you? That's on your right-hand bottom. Okay, you're back wherever you're. There you go. Now, when you were setting it.
Okay.
Okay, go there, see what it says.
And then it's just my screen. I can draw or cut.
Okay, don't do the cut part, do the other one.
The draw?
Yeah.
But I haven't changed the...
Okay, so go to your tools.
Okay. Where's my tools?
What are your, there you go.
Cut speed.
No, that you don't want to mess with.
Cut pressure is 0. Draw speed is 3. Draw pressure is 0.
Okay, go back. You're not where you need to be. Remember what I said, if all else fails, just go back and quit and start over. I know that I always scan it in before I do anything.
How about I just hit home? Okay, to delete all patterns? Yes. Okay.
See where it says scan? Back up one. Back up. Go back. Back, back, back. Does that say scan?
Yep.
Okay, that's what you want to do first is scan.
Okay. Scan to cut data?
Yep.
Just direct scan.
Direct scan.
Select a device to convert the scanned image to cutting data.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and scan the paper. You want it to be able to pick up the size of your paper.
Okay, so I'm going to hit the load button.
Uh-huh. Now hit scan. And it'll pick up the size of your paper.
I hit start.
No, scan.
It just says select a device to convert the scanned image to cutting data. Am I hitting the feed button again?
Mm-hmm.
No,
I don't know because it'll unload it. You want to be able to scan in the stuff to get the data. It needs to know what size paper you're working with.
Various images directly based on their patterns. Put materials to scan on the mat. Press the start stop button. Okay, that's what I didn't do.
Right.
Now it's going to know it's 8.5 by 11.
Got it.
Okay.
Right. Perfect. Now, you should be able to take that and put your lettering on there, and it should be able to drag your lettering down to the, see where you've got, now that's your size paper. You want to be able to put your wording on the size of paper. Boom chakalaka. Dun, dun, dun.
Okay.
Okay, it's working. So now you want to do is you want to be able to, there you go, perfect. And put your lettering in there.
Okay, so how do I do that?
What's it say on the front of your screen?
How do I get my lettering on here?
Okay, hit your next button, okay, and it's going to ask you for a design. There you go. You can do that, and it tells it where the paper is at, okay? Now.
The add button or the plus button?
Yes.
Can I operate when there is no pattern? Okay.
Okay, you need to select something to put on there. This is real intuitive, easy to do, but you got to know where your patterns are and when it's going to come up with the right things.
Patterns to cut.
Okay, grab one.
Just anything?
Yeah.
How about a heart? Okay.
Did it put a heart there?
No, but I grabbed a different design.
Did it put that design there?
No.
Now you're just making your paper small, or your design area smaller. So what you need to do is hit a design and then drag it into that.
Oh. Maybe I didn't hit the OK button. I don't see the design though.
I'm going to have to get on there and figure out what the instructions say to do. So I am looking that up real quick. That's the, is that, what number is that? That's the Scan and Cut.
350.
Okay.
It's not putting it on there.
Give me a minute. Give me a minute. I don't have the instruction book in front of me. Let's see.
On TV, they just pull and drag it.
Oh, I know, but it's not always that simple. I'm looking at what Julie's saying. Just give me a second. Nope, I don't want that because that's not what I'm looking for. Okay, come on. Okay, now I gotcha. So give me a minute.
Let me work on getting this closer. I can always.
Oh, she's scanning in a business. Okay, I just want to take one off of there. Okay, now. Ah, that's not what we wanted. I would tell you to do this. You can go to Julie's website, or you can just do ScanNCut 350, and Julie will take you through it step by step. You've got a 350. I've got a 125, so mine's going to act different than yours. And when I get my new one, it's going to be the DX225, which will be even different more than what you're doing. So I would say go with her on the tutorial through that and follow her step by step, because you can pause and start her. I can't see it close enough to do me any good, but you've got the basic ideas down.
Yeah.
And what you're going to want to do is undercut it in pressure and in depth of blade, because otherwise you're going to have a problem if you underdo it. Yes, and that's what you go ahead and take it out, back it out, don't pull it out. Back it out with the top gray button. There you go. Now, look at what you've cut on it. Did it make any marks on it at all?
Yeah, it did, but it didn't cut through it.
That's okay. Had you have left it on there, and we could have gone back to where you originally were, it would have gone ahead and recut that. Anytime that you get it to a point where it doesn't cut it all the way, increase your, I can't see it, honey. It's not showing me nothing.
Yeah, well, look.
Oh, okay, now I'm seeing. Yeah.
I have a good camera.
Yes, you do. You could have increased that just a little bit, and it would have been fine. But if you'd have done it on a 5, you'd have cut through your mat. And you also don't have your pressure set up for that. So what you need to do is double check pressure and depth of blade. And you will do it a little at a time with each one. Don't just jump into it like it's easy to do, because you will cut through your mat. I will tell you that. So that should help you out somewhat. But I would say double check with the live or the YouTube videos that Julie's got out, and it will take you step by step on your first cut. That's what I would do. And you've got the basics down. As long as you know not to cut through your mat, and to keep your pressure points up and your blades low enough to where it doesn't completely cut through. Because that's an $18 mat, and I sure don't want to see you ruin your mat.
Yeah, no kidding. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Not a problem. You also have 2 different blades that you can get for that. You can get the heavy duty blades, or you can get the lightweight blades. The heavy duty blades are for when you're cutting balsa wood or you're cutting
Fabric.
fabric or foam board. You can cut through foam board with it too.
Oh, really?
Yes, ma'am. You
I
sure?
probably at this point won't do that,
Mm-hmm.
but you know, who knows?
So how's your chat working out, girl?
Oh, they're used to me ignoring them. Sorry, guys. Hi, Lisa C.
Hey, Lisa C.
Maury says, wow, kudos to the person speaking. Sounds better than a professional tutorial.
Oh, bless your heart. Thank you so much. And I meant that. I didn't mean that.
And Deb's treasure says, really, she sounds like a professional. Maury says, yes, beautiful. And then Deb says, will work for beer. And then Maury says, you're amazing, Debbie.
Aw, thank you so much, Lori.
Maury says, Mory says, Debbie, will you walk me through the nervousness of doing a video for the first time? Your patience is that of an angel.
You don't know me very well.
Hi, Marie. Deb, this is what I'm going to be using to cut my heat transfer vinyl out and make my t-shirts and stuff with them. So I'm going to make t-shirts that say Hip Flippin' Mama just for myself, and I'll do some for giving away and stuff like that. And
you know, you can do little circles too that just heat transfer, heat press onto the left-hand side or the right-hand side of the shirt too in a little circle. And just do that, and you can get 3 to 4 easy on a shirt that way.
Just circles?
Mm-hmm. You can do circles that say Hip Flippin' Mama on them.
Oh, I gotcha.
And then just cut them all out, and you can get 4 up that way, and or just do little like 4x4 squares. You know what I'm saying? So you can do your logo in a smaller format. You don't have to have it really huge, is what I'm saying. All different ways you can do it.
Now, should I take this paper off of here and then put my plastic back on it?
Yes, you need to put the plastic back on the mat in the way that you took it off. You know what I'm saying? When
now there's some red that's stuck on.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Honey, that's just the start. Wait till it gets worse. No, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Just put your cover back on it. It's a dust cover. And again, you want it to be so that you can see the word top the way you had it set up. And by keeping that cover on there, you will protect your mat and it will not go wonky on you. Again, store it flat, or if you're going to hang it, you want to hang it up or punch a couple holes in the mat where it's not where the readers aren't there. You know what I'm saying? The machine reads that mat.
These little dots are the readers,
yes,
right?
Yes, and you want to, if you're going to put a hole in it, you want to put a hole in it where there's no marks
right,
on.
like here.
Yeah, way out there where it's not going to be affected.
Now, I heard that with the DX,
yes, ma'am.
you have to look, there's a problem with the mat being too low tack, and you have to look at the dots and count the number of dots. Like this one, because it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dots. This would have been made in 2016.
Well, I know nothing about that other than I can tell you that when that runs out of sticky, I know how to get sticky back on it, and you don't want to use a spray tack. You want to take, there's all kinds of ways you can do retacking of your mat. Do not use a spray glue because it'll gum up your machine. What you want to do if you run out of tack on the mat is take it to the sink, warm water, and just rinse it real good under warm water and blot it up. Let it dry.
Yeah, that's what I would have did.
No, you don't need to do that now.
No, I know, but I mean, that would have been my first thought to do.
Yeah. And then if you run out of sticky, to re-stick your mat, you want to go and get Aleene's tacky glue.
I have some right here.
Okay, then you want to take Aleene's tacky glue, break it down 50-50, at least 50-50, no more than that, and then take a paintbrush, paint it on your mat, make sure you do not put it where the rollers run, and you want to keep it on the inside of the black lines on your mat, let it dry. Do not glop it on. brush it thinly on, and then your mat will then, yes ma'am, that tacky glue broke out at 50-50 with a paintbrush, put it on there, 50% water or distilled water would be the best so that it doesn't mold, and 50% glue, brush it on your mat, let it sit. Then you take your glue that you've got left over and put a top on it so that it doesn't dry up.
Oh, and save it for next time.
Yes, ma'am, because that is the glue you want to use to retack your mats with. If you do the spray glues or any of the other stuff, it's going to cost you money. Now, I had a tacky mat spray, and I used it, and I ended up throwing my mat away because then it got too tacky.
I gotcha.
And you'll always want to, after your mat is set and you've restuck it, you want to go back in and reseason your mat like we did with the t-shirt. Okay.
You know, I think when the time comes for that, I'll probably get back with you.
You will. I had to.
This is the kind of vinyl that I got.
Is it Orca?
No. I was gonna get SZA. When I got right down to it to do my actual things. Oh, hi Denise. I love you too, honey. Guys, this is what we're looking at. I unboxed my brother's ScanNCut. My brand new brother's ScanNCut. Ah!
What kind of vinyl do you have there? Show me the front.
Heat transfer vinyl sheets because it's a 28 different colors.
Okay.
So I just bought 33 multicolored 10 by 12s. I just bought 2 different packages, and this is just heat transfer sheets.
Okay. I will tell you that the best vinyl transfer you can use is Orca.
Orca.
It's an indoor-outdoor vinyl. If you're going to use vinyl on anything outside, you want definitely Orca. And there are different thicknesses of Orca.
This one's supposed to be super stretchy. I thought this would be good for t-shirts.
That's your call. I know nothing about that particular type of heat vinyl. I only have used the stuff that I bought wholesale when I was doing it. So
now I was going to use it for my heat press. I was going to use, one of those ironing things that you just lower down and put it on like the wool setting or something, the hottest setting, and just use that because I think those get up to 300 degrees, don't they?
I haven't a clue. I just used an iron.
Oh, really?
Because to me, it was too much of an expense to buy anything other than an iron unless I was going to buy an actual heat press.
Well, I bought it at the Goodwill for $7.
Can't complain about that.
Yep. So, and it's an older one. It's like a 80s one.
Is it actually flat or is it curved?
Nope. It's the shape of an ironing board.
Okay. If it's flat, you'll have no problem. If it's curved, it's going to cause you a little bit of
Nope, it's flat.
Stretch. Okay.
It's flat.
There you go.
It's the same size as a tabletop ironing board.
There you go.
So, and it heated up really well at the Goodwill. So I went ahead and spent the $7, and I figured I could scan things here and then bring when I was done scanning, put this to the side, bring my heat thing up, and do that. So, or I can just do my stuff downstairs. Just have that be my designated area to do it. But
I'm so glad you're so excited.
I am so excited. I almost tipped my chair and fell out of it.
Don't do that. You'll hurt yourself.
Guys, tell Debbie I've fallen out of my chair many times. Can you see the chat, Debbie?
No, I cannot see the chat, guys. I'm so sorry.
Maury, what I'm going to do is take my heat transfer vinyl and I'm going to cut out Hip Flippin' Mama and then out of the different colors, and then I will use my flat ironing press and I'll press the vinyl onto the t-shirts so they'll say Hip Flippin' Mama. Now these aren't to sell per se. I just want some t-shirts for myself and some for giveaway. So I'll be, I bought like 2, 4, 6, 8, like 20 t-shirts to practice with. So, yeah. But I also want to make decals to put on the windshields and stuff like that, which Debbie proceeded to tell me I didn't even need this to do that.
Oh, yes, you did. You needed it to cut it out. It depends on what you're calling a decal. If you're talking about putting vinyl lettering like you see on the windows,
Yes,
you're going to
that's what I
need
want.
the vinyl, and that will be okay. Just cut it in reverse. Because
Right.
then you stick it on the inside and it comes
Right.
through the window.
Right.
No, decal is different, sweetheart. You got to remember the wording, okay? You're making vinyl cutouts. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Okay? Decal is like you would put on a model car or on a piece of glass that you want to see through that is very thin. And
Okay.
then you would print with that in color on a laser color printer, and then it would be a slide decal, a water decal.
I got you. No, I don't want that.
Okay. Then you got it made.
I was thinking you just put it on the outside of the car. But
It'll peel.
Yeah, it's true. It'll peel.
Mm-hmm. And if you're going to do that, you want to use the Orca because the Orca is designed to be in the outside. I used Orca on my mailbox outside for the mailman to put mail in.
Somebody asked about that earlier.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You would want to use Orca. And
Yeah,
if you go to vinyl and look it up or Google it, vinyl Orca or Orca vinyl, you will find it. I will tell you, take down this information too.
I am, honey. I am right.
Okay. You want to use, you want to go and search the word Pazzles, Pazzles. There is a gal by the name of Karen, but we call her Chloe. And Chloe knows all about Pazzles, but she gives you good information about cutting and how to get the right products. You can use cutting products from any cutter to another cutter. ScanNCut works really well because you can scan in any design and cut it out.
Right.
Okay, that's the beauty of it. The thing about it to remember is if you do not have connecting letters and words, you're going to have to use a transfer paper to transfer your vinyl off onto transfer vinyl so that when you can use also contact paper. You don't have to buy the expensive transfer paper.
Too late. I bought the expensive transfer paper. I don't know what
I found that out the easy way because I can go down to Dollar Tree and get me a roll of clear vinyl and use that just like I can the other stuff.
I don't know where I put it, but I could buy some.
And then that scraper that you were using to help push and burnish down the t-shirt is what you want to use on your, you want to use that on your transfer paper.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I did watch some videos.
Good. So you're not an absolute virgin at this.
Well, I am because I couldn't figure out how to do it.
You're going to be just fine.
Thanks, Deb. Thank you for helping me because you know what? I would have been confused.
Yeah. The thing that's the most important, and anybody that's listening, it's more important. If you're going to get a cutter, you've got to do a couple things first. And it is, you got to take care of your mat like it's your baby. You got to make sure to season your mat just like you would a cast iron skillet on the stove. You got to season it.
I both of my cast iron skillets.
I just found a brand new one I didn't know I had when I cleaned the garage, and it's been seasoned. All I have to do is put it through the hot water process and then reseason it a little bit more, and then it's ready to use. And it's got a lid on it. I'm so excited.
Yeah, you got a Dutch oven, huh?
No, I got an actual chicken fryer.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. I love fried chicken.
Wow. That sounds cool.
Mm-hmm.
I put my Rocky Balboa shorts on my Mike Tyson picture.
What?
I'm a big boxing fan, Debbie.
My husband used to box.
Oh, did he? Professionally?
Way back in the day, he was Golden Gloves. He was lightweight division.
Who did he fight? Who did
I
he fight?
don't know. What's the word he told me? He never lost a fight until the last one he fought. And he said, that's it. If he can knock me out, other people can too. So I'm leaving.
How
So
many
he quit.
how many fights did he fight?
I have no idea. He watches it occasionally on TV. I have never been a boxing fan, unfortunately. That's not something that I enjoy.
I'm a huge boxing fan. In fact, I have The Ring magazine
Holy moly,
for,
girl.
for the last 10 years.
Well, Bob is now 77, and when he was boxing, he was in
These
his
are
teens. So
these are all the Ring magazines. See, you just think I'm joshing. No, my son.
I believe you.
I'll show you. I'll show you Mike Tyson. See Mike Tyson
Mm-hmm.
with the Rocky Balboa shirts?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's my Mike Tyson. That is an actual photograph taken by the photographer for the photo shoot.
Mm-hmm.
And my son tracked down my favorite photo of Mike Tyson and contacted the photographer and got an actual photograph. That's a photograph. And then when he got the photograph, he sent it out to have it professionally framed. And that was my Christmas present one year. I know. That's not a poster. That's a photograph.
That is cool.
I know. Because I'm a huge boxing fan. Huge boxing fan. I watch boxing every Saturday. All the pay-per-views. All that stuff. And like I said, my son every year for Mother's Day gets me the Ring magazine subscription. And yeah. So huge, but I'd like to talk to your husband.
Well, when he gets up from his nap, I'll let him know.
If I didn't known that he used to be a boxer when he was yelling at the dogs earlier, I would have been like, "Hey!"
He's a different sort now, I'll tell you what. He used to come here, bird. He used to really he was 24 years military, and then he worked 10 years in the state penitentiary as a guard for the mental guys in the prisons. And then he quit that, and we went back. When I came to town and I met him, his wife had passed away a year and a half before I met him. She passed away from brain cancer, unfortunately. And it was sad. And then we got together, and I was an entertainer and a singer, and that's what I did for a living. So then we got into that business, and I was setting up sound systems for different places, and we had a good time. And then we adopted our granddaughter, who's now my daughter, and we've had her since she was 6. She's now 17, and she's brilliant. So we love her to pieces. She's my baby girl. And my older daughter's moving in with us too. So that's going to be for a little while. And this was our daughter. It was our granddaughter was our daughter from his daughter, who is bipolar, and that's another whole story. And
Yeah.
so we took her in, and we've raised her as our own, and we adopted her outright. I told him, I said, if we're going to have a daughter, that's what I want to do. I want to adopt her straight up. So she's our retirement, and we love her to pieces. I don't know what I'd have done without her, quite honestly, now. So she's just made us so proud and so happy. And life in general has been really great. So my husband had 3 different careers, did karaoke and never sang a lick. And I'll tell you what, we made the best money of anybody in Central Texas. I had the Dallas Symphony come in and sit down and fiddle Devil Went Down to Georgia with us on our karaoke system. And we sounded like a band. Our music sounded live. It didn't sound canned because we mixed everything. So it was kind of, they were so much fun. The guy'd come in with his fiddle and sit down with us. And he was first chair violinist at the Dallas Symphony. And he'd fiddle Devil Went Down to Georgia. Every time they'd come through town,
I love that song. Devil Went Down to Georgia. Looking forward.
It was a show. We put on actual shows. Our singers weren't your run-of-the-mill drunk idiots. They were good singers. We had better singers than what you've seen on America's Got Talent, and that's no joke. Serious. Better than a lot of the guys on The Voice. So these guys, 90% of them were ex-military or in the military. We had some great people. And I did my stint in Las Vegas when I had the chance, and Told them nope, I didn't want to do that because there wasn't enough money in it. When I came to Texas, and I set up the systems and we started doing that, I had a night where I was doing a show at our local theater, and I was a female lead, but I was the second in command in a show for the Frank Sinatra show that they did here. So I was doing that, and my husband had to take over the show that night because I couldn't do it and do that show. Plus, I had a regular daytime job as a car salesman. So, with that being said, it was just
You've just done so many things, Debbie.
Oh, I told you I was old. You don't tell nobody, though. I don't care if people know. Most of the people that I know, all of my friends that are out there, you guys know how old I am. Just don't tell the people that I don't know, because it makes me feel old and gray. But I don't have gray hair. I don't. Yeah, right. Everybody's watching. Anyway, so
I didn't say how old you were.
I know you didn't. They all know me from when I've told them, I'm sure. But I'm not proud. I've done a lot of fun things, and that's only the tip of the iceberg. I could scare you with the things I've done without a college education. I haven't performed surgery, nor do I want to, so we're safe there.
Now, I've got 2 associate degrees, and I have performed surgery. So,
Yeah.
I've assisted.
Really?
Yep. When I was a vet tech.
Well, my daughter is a vet tech, or has got her paperwork done. She's now doing her internship, my older daughter, to be vet teching, and she wants to do a reserve. So when I hit the lottery, I'm buying her a reserve so she can take in animals.
Oh,
she's very good. There's not an animal yet that she's not been able to calm down. She's rescued baby raccoons, and she's done all kinds of stuff.
Bless her heart.
Yeah, and then I've got a green conure that is very much my bird only, that only allows her to pick him up besides me. He attacks. He's my attack bird, aren't you, bud? Mm-hmm.
You need to come on Thelma and my show, our summer series show, because I think Thelma would just be enthralled with you. I really, really do.
Oh, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. You guys, you know how bossy I am, right? I'm really bossy and everything. This chick doesn't put up with it. This chick puts me in my place.
I did not. Now, I was nice to you. I don't know you.
No, but I love it. I was just immediately like, Debbie, I love you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Because I just, I like people that are upfront. I like people that are honest. I like people that'll put me in my place if I need it. I like people that,
I am who I am, and I don't change for nobody.
Exactly. That's the kind of person that I am. And that's the kind of people that I like to associate with, because I don't put up my bullshit tolerance meter is set very, very low. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
It's like almost at the very low level. I don't put up with a lot of errors. I don't have a lot of good friends for a reason.
I've been around the block once or twice myself, and decided that life is too short for people to get on my nerves.
Yeah, and it's just, like I tell certain people, don't worry about the people that don't like you. Focus on the ones that do. Those are the ones that matter.
Yep, you got that right. Uh-huh.
It doesn't matter about the people that don't like you. Don't waste your energy even thinking about those people. Focus on the ones that love you, because that's where all your good energy is going to come from.
That's right.
So, but Debbie, thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
I'm so happy that you walked me through this, because I would have just went gung ho.
Like I did the first time, and ruin your mat.
Yeah, I would have. And I would have stuck that sucker on 5, and I would have cut through my mat. And then I would have just used this one.
You would have ended up having to cut that one in half because that's a big mat.
It is. It's a 12 by 24, which I
Mhm.
could cut in half and use it, you know, but when you get your DS, you're gonna, or DX, you're gonna figure out you can only put your mat in one way.
Yep, that's true. Unless you learn how to Fionk it around. I know how to cut corners on everything I do. I don't do it at all. I have
Well,
learned.
yeah, but see, I don't know what I'm doing, so
You'll
but
learn.
I get to play with this, and I get to
Mhm.
learn, and I'm gonna read the directions,
And see,
and
on my old ScanNCut and on my Pazzles, I can use Cricut mats.
yes, you can, but this one you can't.
I know. But the other one I can use to pull in designs, and then I can take that and use it on my old one. So there's just so many ways to go about it. I've got enough cutting machines. I could set up I could actually set up a store where people could come in and just borrow the machines for so much per hour. That'd be fun.
Well, that would be fun. That would be a good side business, and then you could show them how to do it.
Yeah, do I want to do that? No. That's too much
No.
work. I don't want to be stuck in one place. I've done that before. I've had a business. I started a small ad business that was called You're Welcome. And what it was a welcoming service for newcomers to the area. And I got businesses to each buy an ad per month and sign a 6-month contract where they were each paying me like $50 a month to have their little coupon in my little book that I put together. Oh, it was a kick. There's always a way to make money on the side. All you have to do is do it.
Oh, yeah.
You do have to work.
For sure, for sure.
Mhm.
Well, everybody in the chat, go and follow Debbie Does Sales.
Thank you so much,
Debbie,
Kelly.
type something in the chat so that you can, or actually here I can put your.
It says group chat that I can type into it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say hi to everybody and ask them to, let's see, hi. And if I haven't seen you before, I'm sorry. The ones that I have seen before, you know what I do.
Chat right now?
Yeah, did it just show up?
No. So you're doing the chat just between you and I.
Okay, well then I need to. Okay. Let me see what I can do.
YouTube.
Yeah, let me see what I can do here.
Or if you want to type in your she says, "Hi, I'm Debbie."
Let's see if I can get there from here. Okay, let me see.
I wish I hadn't have closed out my. Oh, you know what I can do? I'll just pull you out myself.
Let's see.
I can pull you out myself.
What are you under on YouTube on this? Because I'm not seeing. Okay, why isn't it letting me do that?
I can pull you up, baby. Debbie Does.
There we are. Okay.
I got you right here, babe. I'll just.
There you are, and that's where I'm going to. I've got my earplugs in, so there'll be a delay, so I won't be able to handle that part. But that's okay. Now I can see you.
Honey, I can put your info here in the chat. I got it, babe.
Ouch, bird! Don't bite me.
I got it in there. So everybody click on there.
There we go. Found everybody. Hey, I see everybody now. Let me turn that off.
Her. Or we could see her. Deb's Treasure said she subbed to you.
Okay. There I am.
I put your link in there, honey.
Don't bird.
That's
my bird's trying to kiss me.
You guys.
If you can hear that, that's a chi. Yeah.
That's a chihuahua that's growling, and a blue tick healer, and a bird.
I've got a zoo.
And a blue tick healer.
There we go.
And a bird.
I've got a zoo.
There we go.
Does that work?
Yep, you're in there. 6 p.m. Central Time.
Oh, yes, I forgot that.
Yep. Tuesday, 6 p.m. Central Time. And don't forget to come to my Bible study at 2 p.m. on Pittsburgh channel.
Oh, I love Anthony. He is a sweetheart.
Yeah.
I do.
So you should come to my Bible study at 2 o'clock. It's on Anthony's channel because he's the pastor.
At what day? On
Tuesday.
Tuesday? Huh, I'll
Tuesday.
try that. It depends on what's going on. I've got some things to do on Tuesday, but it doesn't mean I can't do that. Oh,
Yeah,
birdie, bird.
you could even be on the panel. We read from the New Living Translation.
Come on, bud.
I've got a King James version, and that's the only one that I have.
That's okay. You can read from that one if you want to read. Yeah.
Usually I just listen because
Okay.
my concept and other people's, I never want to step on anyone's toes, but
You can't step on toes in our Bible study. Possible. We have other preachers come on our panel and read with us, and we have other preachers that are in our chat, and we like convert the Bible to sports and things like that. And I used to have a sports talk show, but I don't have that anymore. But we are reading John chapter 10. That's where we're at right now, is John chapter 10. We just do one chapter every week and we discuss it. It's only about an hour and a half, our Bible study. Thank you, Denise. Denise says our Bible study is awesome. But not John 1, 2, 3 or whatever. It's just the regular John. So
sure.
We're starting with the Good Shepherd and his sheep. That's chapter 10. That's what we're on. And I wanted to bless my eBay business so bad that I put an eBay sticker in my Bible. See? Couldn't hurt.
Cool.
Couldn't hurt.
Never hurts to be of positive mind and soul.
But you'll have to stop by Tuesday.
Okay.
And say hi. But
Okay.
Debbie, I'm going to get off here, but thank you so much. And don't go anywhere because I want to talk to you after I end the live chat, okay?
Okay, honey. That's not a problem.
Okay.
I won't hang up.
Guys,
everybody, thank you so much for watching me and helping with us.
Yes, you guys, thank you. I know you guys have been asking, when you going to unbox it? When you going to unbox it? When you going to unbox it? Now I've unboxed it. It's unboxed. Yes, Lisa, Anthony is a great guy. So you guys, I'm going to get off here. And I will see you Tuesday on Anthony's channel, Pittsburgh, Picksburgh, at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. And I love you so much, you guys. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for joining in my excitement. Thank you so much for meeting Debbie. She's an awesome chick. And I will talk to you guys later. I love you. I love you. I love you so much. Mwah. Mama loves you. I do. I even love Debbie.
I hope so.